Today I'm going to show you two of the biggest benefits of having good posture. What's going on, everybody? It's Blake Bowman here with Gorilla Zen Fitness, and in today's video I'm going to be discussing the two biggest benefits associated with having good posture. To begin, posture regulates and influences almost every physiologic function and system in our bodies. Everything from blood pressure to sex hormone production to predisposition to injury to cognitive functioning to breathing capacity. All of these things are affected by our posture or regulated or influenced in some way. So by improving your posture, you can actually improve the functioning of all of those systems that I just mentioned. However, today I want to focus on two of the biggest, most compelling reasons why posture should be a priority. And those two reasons are that posture affects your sex hormones and your stress hormone, testosterone and cortisol. I'm going to talk more about that in a second. And it also influences your rate or predisposition to orthopedic injury. Now, these are both things I talk about comprehensively in my new ebook, Posture, the Ultimate Life Hack. If you haven't picked that up yet, go ahead and open the description and hit Posture, the Ultimate Life Hack to download the book. I highly recommend you get it. But like I said, I talk about this in there. However, for those of you that haven't read it yet, I thought I would make a video on this as well. So the first thing I want to talk about is your posture and your hormones. Okay, so way back in 2012, Harvard Business School did a study, and basically what they were doing was they were studying the endocrine, the hormonal effects of different postures in social or high stakes social evaluations is what they called it. So like job interviews, applying for graduate school, things like that. That was the context in which they did this study. And basically what it all boiled down to, what the study boils down to, I talk about this more comprehensively in my book, but basically what they found is that people, when they put them in good positions of posture that are characterized by having like open chest, being wide, taking up expansive spaces, like standing like this or sitting reclined with your arms open like this, being open basically, what they found was that increased testosterone by nearly 25%. And it simultaneously decreased cortisol by roughly the same. So we're looking at a 25% increase in testosterone and approximately a 25% decrease in cortisol. What does that mean? Testosterone is your male sex hormone. It gives you, dominance and confidence, and it increases muscle mass, a bunch of things like that. So it's what's responsible for dominance. In the study, they even refer to it as the dominance hormone. So that goes up, you're feeling more confident and dominant, and your stress hormone, cortisol, actually goes down, okay? So you feel less anxious and more confident and dominant all at the same time, all by having good posture for as little as 2 minutes. The study basically went on to find almost an exact inverse relationship with bad posture. Cortisol went up, testosterone went down. So, and the bad posture, they call them low power poses. Those were characterized by narrow stances, okay? Like the position that most people assume when they're texting, or they'll cross their legs. I don't know if you can see this, sitting like this. These little narrow stances that cause your body to take up less space, they call them low power poses or low power positions, and these actually made people more stressed out, hormonally speaking, and less confident and dominant. Okay, so moving on to the second reason, which is how posture can actually help you prevent injuries. So I talk about this in my ebook that I just mentioned a second ago. I've also talked about this at workshops and in a TED talk that I gave. But basically, our body and our posture is akin to alignment in any type of complex machine. Okay, I like to use a car as an example. Basically, you need to have everything aligned properly in order for the physical forces to act on that machine in an optimal way. You need everything to be lined up right in order for it to function properly. The whole machine is the integrated unit. Okay? And our bodies are no different. Our posture is just like alignment in a complex machine. Okay? And coming back to the car, having misalignments, having bad posture is not going to stop you from moving, right? You can have misaligned wheels in your car or misaligned tires, and you can basically drive that car across the country, perhaps, 10,000 miles, maybe even 20 or 50,000 miles. However, after time, as a result of the misalignment, you will have a mechanical breakdown. It's just a matter of fact. It's how physics work. If things aren't lined up properly, you're going to have some sort of mechanical breakdown. The same thing goes with our bodies and our joints. I've talked about this before, but if somebody just kind of wears out their shoulder and they tell you that, or they say they just wore out their knee over time, wear and tear, usually that's because of misalignments that have gone unaddressed for an entire lifetime, and that individual stays active without addressing them. So unless you can attribute, your injury to some sort of traumatic accident like a car crash or something like that, it's likely that over time, because of misalignments, your tissue started to degrade and degenerate, and that resulted in you experiencing some sort of soft tissue injury that could have been prevented. There you have it, people. Key takeaways: having good posture improves your confidence and lowers your stress levels, hormonally speaking, okay, by influencing your testosterone and your cortisol, your stress hormone. And good posture also helps to avoid these wear and tear injuries, these injuries that just kind of manifest out of nowhere and nobody really has a reason as to why this happened. Like rotator cuff tears are oftentimes in that boat. So those are 2 reasons: increased testosterone and confidence, decreased stress, and less of a chance of blowing out your joints as you get older. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you have and you're not yet subscribed to my channel, then go ahead and do that right over here. Also, go to my Facebook page and my Instagram and give those a like and follow me on Instagram. You can do that in the description down below. Other than that, if you're looking for me to be your coach one-on-one, assess your posture, and then come up with a corrective exercise protocol specific to your muscular imbalances, then open up the description and hit coaching. Other than that, have a good one, and I'll see you next time.